Hi, welcome to Daddy Curb's farm. It's not like I needed another chore or another project or another hobby or any other thing. I'm already busy enough on the farm, but that's what makes it fun, right? So what I have this time for you is we're going to plug mushrooms. We're going to plant mushrooms in a log. Now what I did is I ended up getting some mushroom plugs from Ray Grotex. He has a YouTube channel and a Facebook account. I'll put his links in the description below so I don't get it wrong. If I say it, I'll get it wrong. But Ray over at Ray Grotex has a small business of inoculating wooden dowels with fungus, mushroom fungus, so that people can grow mushrooms. And I thought I would give it a shot. So what I have is, and I wanted to say that since I'm starting a new enterprise here, putting on a new hat, I thought I would actually put on a new hat. So what I have is Daddy Curb's hat. See that? That's my logo. Mr. LaRue, thank you so much for the hat. It's been very comfortable and very nice, but it's time to move on. So, the logs that I'm putting these mushroom plugs in are cedar elm, so it's a harder wood. I think ideally, and I'm not a mushroom plug expert, I had to look up a lot of information even just to make this video, and I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes. But I'll share with you what I think I know, and then you can help me by telling me what I got wrong. So I have a hardwood. Ideally, these should have been fresh cut within the last few weeks. They weren't. They're probably a few months, 3 or 4 months old. So potentially there is some contamination from a native fungus because they have been cut from the tree and set aside for a few months. But they look like they're in good shape. They were soaked. I soaked them in rainwater, and the bark is in pretty decent shape. So I'm hoping that they're going to work out for me. So the logs, the diameter of the log doesn't really matter, except that you want it to be at least 2 or 3 inches, and the thicker it is, the more years potentially you can get out of the harvest of the mushrooms, because the fungus is going to take over the log, and then after some time, when the conditions are right, it's going to fruit the mushrooms that you can harvest, and then it'll go dormant again, and then when the conditions are right again, maybe once or twice a year, you'll be able to harvest mushrooms. Now, the thicker the log is, the more cycles you can get out of it before it's completely consumed by the fungus. So these are all a pretty good size, not too big, not too heavy, easy enough to move around if I need to. So what I have here is a 7/16, I think it's 7/16. At least it's the same size. The drill bit is the same size as the wooden dowel, and that's important. So I've already plugged a few of them in the log. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to start on like a diamond pattern. I'm going to come over here and start another one. My drill bit is not the sharpest in the world, so it's not going to cut through it. There we go. So I'm taking the plug, I'm sticking it right over the hole, I'm tapping it in, and I'm actually taking the adapter for my drill, giving a little extra tap so that I'll have room to seal that up. So let me do another one here while we're waiting for Espen, the Golden Sun beekeeper, to bring out some beeswax that we're going to plug these up with. Sorry about that. And it looks like we're just in time because Espen is walking out right now. Oh, it's really hot. So we don't want to burn our fungus. So I'm just going to swish it around here, cool it off just a little bit. And it's not too hot to the touch, so I think it'll be okay. Now, our holes here, they're slightly sunk below the surface. So I'm just going to fill it in with some beeswax. It would be really cool if this beeswax was from our own hives, but it's not. It's beeswax that I purchased online a while back when I was experimenting with making lip balm and lotions and things like that out of the comfrey and other things, the herbs that we have here on the farm. So this is like a cosmetic grade, commercial, highly purified beeswax. And that's what I have so far. I'll do the rest of it, but just for demonstration, that's what the log will look like after you get them drilled, plugged, and sealed. So here we are on the east side of my green shed. Just a little fun fact about the green shed. Someday this is going to be the center for my nursery. I'm going to build off the front of it a little area where I can grow up my baby plants and potentially have, you know, my tools and everything that I need for having a nursery right in this location. So, but for now, the location of this green shed I think is going to be good for keeping the mushroom logs because it is pretty much the east side. It's not exactly east, but it's pretty much the east side of the building. I get a little bit of morning sun, comes up over here, and then by early mid-morning, there's no more direct sun on this location. In the evening, like we are now, the sun peeks around the corner a little bit from the west, coming in this way, but it won't be directly on this log all day long, except for that little piece in the morning. I'll probably put a little bit of a shelter, a screen, a block here to even stop all of the direct sunlight altogether. Now, what I've done here is I placed a concrete block on the ground because we don't want the log directly on the ground. We don't want all the critters to start eating the log from the bottom, extra fungus or insects or any of it. So sitting on a block is a good idea. So, how did I do? That's the question. I don't know because I've never done this before. It was kind of a rushed project, like a lot of them, but I'm a little concerned about the timing of the project, how long I waited between receiving the plugs and getting the plugs put in the log. It was about 3 days sitting on the kitchen counter wrapped up in plastic, but I was a little concerned about that time period killing the fungus. I don't know if it does or not. So if you grow mushrooms, if this is a hobby or a profession of yours, you can help me out. Did I use the right log? It's cedar elm. It was potentially a little old. It was cut probably 3 months ago. You can hear all the new ducks. We got some new ducks. Hey guys. Actually, some of them are geese. We have 3 new... Okay, I'll let you in. We have 3 new runner ducks and 2 new geese. And they're going to be like a lot of the other animals on the farm and interrupt me when I'm trying to film. They are cute. Hey guys. Bye-bye. Okay. Oh, one left. They're all over there. Go ahead. They're over there. There you go. Okay. So I think that's enough really for the log. That was a demonstration of what I'm doing. Certainly not a how-to. You take what I did, do your own research, figure out what I did right, what I did wrong, and let's just have fun with this. Thank you, Ray, for sending me those plugs. I hope all the best for your mushroom business. I hope that works out really well for you. I hope that my demonstration will shine good light on what you're doing there. If it doesn't work out right, let's blame it on my timing or my log or something. So thank you so much for joining me on the Daddy Kurt's farm. They smell like mushrooms. That's weird.
Do they not see it?
I didn't really smell them.